They laughed at you when you had nothing. They whispered when you struggled. But now, something strange is happening. Money is flowing to you in ways that defy logic. Doors are opening without you even knocking, and people who once ignored you, now they're watching nervously. Why? Because the wealth that's coming to you is not of this world. This is the era of the chosen ones, and the shift has already begun. They tried to bury you, but you weren't a seed, you were the soil, and now what's growing through you can no longer be contained. The universe has declared a wealth transfer, not just money, but energy, power, land, opportunities, spiritual inheritance. And it's not going to the powerful, it's going to the authentic, the obedient, the awake, the chosen. You didn't ask for this life, you were called to it. You didn't chase money, you chased your mission. And now, money is chasing you. There are people watching you right now who can't explain why you're glowing. They don't understand why you're not stressing about the things that once drowned you. They don't realize your anointing is attracting abundance. Chosen ones, listen carefully. You're not just receiving blessings. You are the blessing. You felt broke, but you were never broken. You felt forgotten, but you were always hidden. And now that the veil is lifting, the world is starting to see your true value. Let's be clear. This wealth isn't coming from hard hustle alone. It's coming through alignment, spiritual alignment, emotional alignment, divine timing. Divine timing, you see. While others were chasing trends, you were healing your trauma. While others were partying, you were praying. While others were building brands, you were building character. And now the wealth that's meant for you, it's being magnetized to your soul, not your ego, not your social profile. Your soul unexplainable, isn't it? Checks showing up, opportunities finding you, ideas turning into income, and people strangers feeling called to bless you, support you, elevate you. This isn't luck, it's law, spiritual law. You planted in tears, now you're about to harvest in joy. You were tested, chosen one, tested in isolation, tested in lack, tested in betrayal, and you didn't quit. You didn't turn bitter, you turned better, and now the shift has started, and your wealth, it's arriving in waves. Wave after wave after wave. But here's the truth. This isn't just money in the bank. It's money with meaning, purposeful wealth. You're not just being blessed, you're being positioned. Why do you think certain people are uneasy around you now? Why do you think some can't even look you in the eye anymore? Because they sense it. They feel the shift. They know you're becoming untouchable. When chosen ones rise, it's never loud at first. It's quiet, mysterious. It confuses people because nothing visible has changed. But energetically, you've already stepped into another frequency. You've been in rooms you never should have made it to, had conversations that were above your level, landed chances that your resume didn't explain. That's the anointing. That's the wealth, that's the evidence of who you are. And here's the secret no one talks about. Before the wealth shows up externally, it manifests internally. Peace, confidence, clarity, discipline. You started thinking differently, feeling differently, choosing differently. And because of that shift, now money sees you as safe. Opportunities find you as worthy. The divine says, now, they're ready. Understand this. Not all riches are wealth, but what you're receiving. It's sacred, it's generational, it's unstoppable. There are people who tried to curse you, mock your dreams, sabotage your energy, and now they're watching in silence. wondering, how are they still winning? Because favor doesn't ask for permission, and what's been written in heaven. No man, no hater, no system can stop this wealth. It's not coming from a job. It's not coming from the system. It's not coming from who you know. It's coming from who you are. You carry the frequency of favor, the vibration of value, the DNA of divinity. And when heaven decides to release overflow in your life, it comes fast, suddenly, miraculously. What took others 10 years, you'll receive in 10 months. What they grind for every day, you'll attract with ease. Because your currency isn't just money, it's mission. Let them wonder how it's happening. Let them speculate. Let them stare. You don't owe them an explanation. Your elevation is the explanation. They don't know the nights you cried, the moments you questioned your purpose, the battles you fought in silence. But heaven took note. And now that quiet obedience is echoing through your life as abundance. You didn't force this wealth. You aligned with it. You healed the inner blocks. You trusted the process. Even when nothing made sense, you stayed in position. You didn't chase, it found you. That's what's different about you. Your wealth is not loud. It's not flaunting. It's flowing. It's subtle but unstoppable. It comes through whispers, not shouts. Through ease, not struggle, and people feel it. Even if they don't say a word, they sense something's different about you. You walk into a room and the energy shifts. Not because of your clothes or your status, but because of your vibration. You're not rich, you're wealthy. And that's much deeper, because your wealth includes peace. It includes joy. It includes a clean heart and a sharp mind. You're not just stacking money, you're stacking meaning. This is what makes your abundance different from the world's. They earned it with burnout. You received it through balance. They fought for recognition. You attracted it by being real. They manipulated to win. You surrendered and still won. And now, strange things are happening. You think of a solution, and someone offers it. You desire something deeply, and it comes to you unexpectedly. You bless someone, and days later, you receive double. This is spiritual mathematics, divine reciprocity, chosen one economics. It doesn't play by the world's rules. It follows the laws of faith, purity, and alignment. You didn't cheat the system. You transcended it. Some people don't understand how you're living without stress now, how you're smiling without reason. But if they knew what you overcame, they'd understand your peace is earned. Your wealth is not just financial, foundational. You're wealthy because you can't be moved anymore. You're wealthy because you're free. You're wealthy because you finally know who you are, and that's the greatest currency of all. The universe is showing up for you now. Because you showed up for yourself. You chose healing over hiding, purpose over comfort, faith over fear. And because of that, the divine decided, it's your time. Don't shrink. Don't apologize. Don't over-explain. You've already paid for this season with sacrifice. You don't need to prove anything. Let your peace speak. Let your glow speak. Let your life speak. People are watching, not just friends, but silent observers. People who used to doubt you. People who left you. People who talked behind your back. They're watching you rise in a way that they can't explain. You're not becoming arrogant. You're becoming undeniable. And for many of them, it's uncomfortable. Because your elevation is exposing their limitation. Your peace is convicting their chaos. Your growth is triggering their stagnation. But that's not your problem. You didn't grow to make them comfortable. You grew because staying small was killing you. You grew because your soul demanded more. You grew because the calling on your life refused to let you stay in average environments. Now, the wealth that's coming to you, it's only the start. You'll begin to notice strange patterns, unexpected deposits, new streams of income you didn't plan, people offering to help you without asking, ideas that feel like downloads from heaven. You are now tuned in to the divine supply chain, and in this supply chain, provision is tied to purpose. The more you align with who you really are, the more wealth pours in. That's why things feel so easy now. That's why you're not forcing connections anymore. You understand, anything that requires begging isn't meant for you. You don't have to manipulate. You don't have to perform. You just have to be, because your frequency is now louder than your words. Your energy speaks before you do. And as you stay in this flow, you'll realize something shocking. Your wealth was always waiting for you. It wasn't far. It was just on the other side of healing, on the other side of obedience, on the other side of releasing who you pretended to be. You are the wealth. Your energy is a currency. Your perspective is rare. Your heart is valuable. That's why favor follows you. That's why rooms are opening. That's why strangers are drawn to help you. Because people don't just see you now, they feel you. You carry something, a divine aura, a chosen vibration. And when you walk in your truth, you activate blessings that have been assigned to your name long before you were born. The people who ghosted you, let them watch. The ones who doubted you, let them wonder. You don't have to clap back. Your lifestyle is the clap back every time you rest without guilt. You're wealthy every time you give without fear. You're wealthy every time you walk away from chaos. You're wealthy. You have entered a season where you no longer chase, because what's yours is chasing you. And soon, the floodgates will burst open. The same way you received peace, you'll receive provision. The same way you attracted clarity, you'll attract contracts. The same way you chose purpose, you'll be chosen by opportunity. But hear this, you are not just being elevated for you. You're being elevated as a vessel. Your wealth is not just for comfort, it's for impact. It's to build, to fund, to free others, to show what happens when someone fully surrenders to divine will. This is why you couldn't settle, why you never fit in, why average never felt right, because your destiny wasn't average, it was anointed. Everything you lost was making room for everything you prayed for. The fake friends, gone. The wrong environments, cleared. The broken pieces, healed. And now, the table is being set. The seat has your name on it. The inheritance is unlocked. And the overflow is non-stop. This isn't just elevation. This is a spiritual coronation. Now that the overflow is here, the question becomes, how will you carry it? You see, wealth is more than receiving its stewarding. The divine didn't bless you just to impress you. You've been chosen to disrupt, to shift, to build, and to restore. What you've received is not ordinary, and it must be protected accordingly. Everyone can't go with you into this next level, and that's okay. Some people were only assigned to your life or the wilderness, not the promised land. Don't try to drag anyone with you who doesn't respect the oil you carry. You'll feel it in your spirit, who drains your peace, who questions your glow, who suddenly becomes silent when you succeed. They're not clapping for you, they're calculating you. This wealth, you're receiving it, carries responsibility, because now your light is too bright to hide. And with visibility comes attention. Some will admire, some will mock, some will try to attach, But you must discern who's for your growth and who's only there for the gain. Chosen one, your discernment is your protection as this wealth pours in. Protect your energy more than ever. Guard your mind like a fortress. Your peace is your portal. Your joy is your weapon. Your intuition, that's your security system. There will be tests. People who come dressed as opportunity but carry distraction. Situations that seem urgent but aren't aligned. Be still. Listen closely. Not everything good is from God. Not everything fast is meant to last. But don't worry, your spirit will know. Because when you're truly aligned, peace is your compass. You no longer force, you flow. You don't chase outcomes. You attract alignment. This is the new way of living for you. Abundance without anxiety. Elevation without ego. Wealth without worshipping money, because you've learned the true wealth was always within. Now the external is catching up with your internal evolution. And with that comes a new rhythm, a sacred rhythm. You wake up different. You feel calm. You feel guided. You make decisions without fear. You speak with authority. You rest with purpose. You give without lack. That's what happens when you operate from overflow. And that's what people can't figure out. How are they so confident? How are they so at peace? How do they keep receiving so much? But they didn't see the nights you bled in silence. They didn't see the healing, the releasing, the reprogramming. They only see the fruit, not the root. So let them talk. Let them speculate. Let them wonder. You've got nothing to prove. Your life is proof enough from now on. You're walking with your head high, not out of pride, but out of knowing. Knowing who you are, knowing what you carry, knowing what you've overcome. No more second-guessing yourself. No more playing small. No more watering yourself down so others feel comfortable. That season is over. You're not just in the alignment. You've become the blueprint, the evidence, the example. And whether people love you or envy you, they can't deny that something supernatural is happening in your life. Your steps are ordered. Your words are charged. Your presence is prophetic. You are divinely resourced, spiritually backed, and financially covered. From here on, the wealth will only multiply, not just in your hands, but in your legacy. Generational curses are being broken. Bloodline cycles are being rewritten. Your children's children will feel the impact of your obedience. You were never just chosen to shine. You were chosen to shift. The people attached to you, they're going to be blessed because of you. Not because you gave them money, but because you gave them light. You showed them what's possible when someone surrenders completely. This is how kingdom wealth works. It doesn't stay with you. It flows through you. And the more you give, the more you receive. The more you align, the more you attract. This is only the beginning. There are contracts with your name on them, properties waiting to be handed over, platforms you've never dreamed of, partnerships that feel like destiny, and divine alignments that move at the speed of spirit. Stay grounded, stay grateful, stay ready, because this wealth will not slow down. It will accelerate every day you wake up. Now, expect increase. Not just money, but ideas, strategies, favor, because you've stepped into your wealthy identity. And that can't be undone. You've crossed a spiritual threshold. You're in a realm now where nothing can shake you. Lack doesn't scare you. Rejection doesn't wound you. Delays don't stop you. You know who you are, and that, above all else, is the greatest form of wealth, identity. Because when you know who you are, you stop settling. When you know who you are, you walk in rooms like you belong there. When you know who you are, the world has no choice but to adjust to your frequency. You are no longer asking for permission. You are walking in possession. Possession of peace. Possession of power. Possession of purpose. And yes, possession of prosperity. Let them wonder how you did it. Let them ask what changed. You don't need to explain. Your life is the answer. Your glow is the evidence. Your abundance is the response. You were always meant to receive this. It was never about if. It was about when, and chosen one, the when, is now. This is your wealthy season. This is your appointed time. This is your divine inheritance, manifesting in real time. No more waiting, no more doubting, no more shrinking. You are the wealth, you are the vessel, and now the world has no choice but to recognize it.